people. Yeah, my people, man. Spontaneous live from the Sparrow. I'll wait for a few people to come through and explain the spontaneous live. Yeah, when they come through, I will explain the spontaneous live. Yeah, my plans have been sidetracked. Yeah, I've got a couple of people in the on at the moment. I'll wait for a few more people to come through. My plans have been changed today. I was supposed to go up the studio at 1 o'clock. Yeah, get a WhatsApp message from my wee Scottish singer. Yeah, you know, the lady who's going to be doing the track. And she's tested positive for the COVID. And she's not feeling well with COVID. So that got cancelled. Yeah, that got cancelled. So I'm not happy about that. But what can I do? What can I do? This is life. C'est la vie, c'est la vie. So my session at the studio with my wee Scottish singer got cancelled. She's got COVID. She's just done one of them COVID tests. She wasn't feeling well. And unfortunately, she couldn't come to the studio today. So we've had to rearrange that. Yeah, so whilst I'm waiting for people to come in, I'll just say a few good afternoons. But yeah, that's why you see me on this at the moment doing a spontaneous live, because my session at the studio got cancelled because my little wee Scottish singer lady tested positive for COVID and she's under the weather with it, and hence she couldn't come to the studio. So my plans were scuppered. Unfortunately, these are the things we have to put up with, but we will arrange that session in the studio with the wee Scottish singer. Yeah, I might put a post on my community page explaining that, because people will be wondering why I'm not getting these two tracks knocked out. Blimey, I've been putting the back foot again. But anyway, let me just say good afternoon to a few people, and then I'll go on to why I'm on for the spontaneous live, the spontaneous live. Good afternoon to Steph, Sparkling Steph with the dog Tia. Good afternoon to the white creature. He's probably been training today. Sunday, innit? Nice day today. Beautiful up here. Beautiful. It looks like thingy's on the way in. Spring. You know, like spring. Early signs of the spring. Early signs of the spring. Yeah, early signs of the spring. I might have a guest on tonight. I won't say the name of the guest, but the guest is well known in certain circles as a guest. I'll wait till he jumps on. What I'll do is I might try and, when I do the live tonight, I'll send him the link to him by Instagram so you don't mess about and I don't give any clues away. I will do that. If he's available, he will jump on. But anyway, I'm getting back to it about this, the bare knuckle boxing. I've been analysing some training videos and all that, and it really, I've definitely came up with the principles. You know, the principles. These are the key principles of the 5. I'll write down the 5 key principles in the chat. Hang on. This is a 5 key. Actually, I'll do it on my phone in case I have to put them in a few times. Good afternoon to Joe Glabus. Yeah, Joe. Well, I'm doing the key principles. I'll just say we had to cancel the studio recording. You know, my wee Scottish singer. Yeah, she's not feeling well and all that, and she's done one of the COVID tests. Yeah, to make sure she's got that COVID. So we had to cancel. She couldn't get to the studio in the state she's in. So we've had to rearrange. We're going to have to rearrange her. So that got scuppered today. You know, the thingy jig. Yeah, we can't do much. If things happen, we just have to go with what is in front of us. And yeah, unfortunately, that's what happened there. But no worries. Let's do this thing. I'm going to put the 5 key principles on my phone. That'll be easier. The 5 key principles. This is a bare knuckle, yeah. Let me put it in the 5. This is the 5 principles. These are the principles that I think are important. 5 principles, yeah? Let me do them. One is, yeah, I'm just doing the I'm going to put them on the thing in a minute. 1, yeah. 2, this is principle number 2. These are going to be going on the chat in a minute. Let me get number 3. Let's see. That was number 3, wasn't it, that one? Yeah, let's get 4. I'm just doing this on my phone because I can then stick it in a few times. Let me see. And then last principle, I'm nearly there, people, my people, hang on, bear with me. Yeah, bear with me, bear with me. Okay, I've got the key principles. Let's copy them. There you are. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got the key principles. Okay, I'll stick them in, yeah. That should be it. Let's see if the key principles have went in the chat. Have they went in? Yeah, you know the key principles. This is my key principles. Yeah, I'll put them on the board. As an expert pundit, yeah, as a self-proclaimed expert pundit on bare knuckle boxing, yeah, I've just stuck in the 5 key principles. Yeah, this is what I take from the bare knuckle boxing. These are the 5 key principles. Yeah, number 1, accuracy. Yeah, don't forget, any bare knuckle boxers out there, listen to these 5 key principles. Forget about all this stuff about smashing into bags with boxing gloves and pads. Stick to the key principles. Yeah, yeah, accuracy. Yeah, yeah, accuracy. Look, keep your guard up when you throw one. When you throw your jab, keep the other hand up. Look, especially in bare knuckle boxing, you've got to cover your face, like, so you keep your hands up high, arms straight, sort of slightly, elbows out slightly, but arms straight. Bash, bash, bash. That's the accuracy. Accurate punching. Yeah, that's principle number 1. Principle number 2, speed. Right, so you've got your accuracy. Yeah, see, I'm just doing the jab at the minute. That could change into a sort of a hook if I wanted to. See, I'm going straight with the jab, look. But if I move to the side and curve it a little bit, look, still got the hand up protecting the face, look. You see that? That's like a hook. There's another one. Yeah. I'm doing it slow, yeah. So that's it. You've got accuracy as principle number 1, yeah. Principle number 2, speed. So I will demonstrate the jab. There's a jab at, like, slowed down. Look, still covering the face. Look, yeah. Bit of movement to the side. Look. Right, I'll speed it up. Yeah, I'll just do it quickly. Blimey, that's so fast. You never seen it. Speed. That's the speed. Number 2 is speed. Accuracy, speed. Number 3, timing. Yeah, timing. So when you're doing this, if you threw your first jab, bosh, yeah, the guy will probably move in that, yeah. So when you go to deliver number 2 jab with the right hand, say, like, yeah, number 2 jab could be a right hand. You can change from southpaw to orthodox to southpaw, and southpaw to orthodox. It doesn't matter whether you are actually a south. If you're an orthodox, you can still jab with southpaw. Yeah, because you're orthodox, don't mean to say you can't jab with southpaw. You can change your stance. You can change your stance. So say you're doing southpaw, look, and you can change. You can go orthodox. Just stick your other feet forward in that and do it. You can change it. So when you do it, when I'm going to timing, if say you throw southpaw, yeah, southpaw jab, look, the guy moves, he moves. Right, you come in with a right. Right, it's not really a jab, but it's more like a jab hook. That's when the timing comes in. You've got to time it. So you get your accuracy, speed, timing, yeah? You've got to get your timing. Once you get your timing, you're then going to number 4, your movement. This is all going to come together. It'll come together, yeah? Accuracy, yeah? But I'm doing this in slow motion, yeah? Yeah? We speed it up a bit for speed. Right, we're going number 1, accuracy, speed. Yeah, yeah, movement, yeah, look. Yeah, I'll slow it down again, yeah. That's for movement. No, sorry, hang on, timing. Yeah, and then movement. See how I'm going from side to side a bit. So you don't keep one dimensional. You're moving from side to side. You're making the target smaller. So that's it. You've got accuracy, speed, timing, movement, dancing. When I say movement / dancing, you're on your feet as well, yeah? So you're doing your movement, upper body, head and that. You're avoiding the shots, but you're also on your feet, on your toes, yeah? You're bouncing up and down. Yeah, you're bouncing up and down and moving a bit slightly, yeah? You're not running all around the ring like that, but you're moving about. You're making the target smaller. Make the target smaller for your opponent to hit you. So you've got your accuracy, speed, timing, moving forward / dancing, and last but not least, you've got cardio. Cardio, I think, for these bare knuckle boxers that are YouTubers, yeah, any of the YouTuber ones, I don't know about the other guys, even some of the unknowns, unless they have been going into the gym regularly, you know, it's part of their lifestyle, yeah, you'll find that 3/4 of these fellas, no, I'm not talking about the proper bare knuckle ones on the card, you know, the proper bare knuckle ones that have done bare knuckle before, but the people that are just sort of been parachuted in, like, you've got your YouTubers, like a few of them that are known, right? So them and then other unknowns that are just getting parachuted in YouTube and that, unless they've been doing the gym regularly and all that, all these guys are they're not very fit. They're going to have to get their cardio up, you know, like cardio fitness, get that heartbeat racing, get the heartbeat up and racing. And that's what they've got to do, like cardio. But basically, if you do the 5 principles that I've just put on the board there, the 5 principles, if you employ them, there's a good chance that you will be successful. And let me tell you something, all this stuff about, say 4 2-minute rounds and all that, planning a bare knuckle boxing fight is not like a boxing match. You know, like a boxing match with boxing gloves, where you go like, say, 10 rounds, 10 3-minute rounds or whatever. Yeah, you've got the gloves on and all that. Like, yeah, chances are you're not going to get knocked out in that boxing match with the gloves on or whatever. Yeah, it's going to go a bit longer, right? But when you're in bare knuckle boxing, this is the tip, the ultimate tip from Jockney Sparrow, apart from the 5 principles, yeah, which I've just told you about: accuracy, speed, timing, movement / dancing, cardio. They're the 5 principles. The other one is, forget all this thing about punching punch bags and all that in the gym with gloves on, smashing into punch bags and pads. Because when you take the boxing gloves off or whatever, these glove things you're using, yeah, it's going to be different. In bare knuckle boxing, you're not going to throw, you're not going to punch somebody the way you would punch a punch bag with a boxing glove on, because you're liable to break your hand in two, your wrist, break your wrist, or else break your knuckles, you're going to cause yourself some damage. The mind and body will only allow you to throw a certain degree of force, because you know your instinct will tell you, hang on a minute, I could break my wrist in two. So forget all this thing about getting in with boxing gloves and smashing, what do you call it, the bags and pads. Forget about that. Yeah, forget about that. That's not going to do you any good. If you get the 5 principles there: accuracy, speed, timing, movement, dancing. The only thing I would recommend any aid for punching would be, you know, one of the little balls, like a ball thing on a spring. You know, the ball thing, it bounces a bit, boing, boing, boing. You know that one? Do that, and do it with bare hands. Yeah, do it with bare hands. You're going to get a few scrapes and what have you. Do that. That'll just to practice your accuracy, speed, timing, movement, and dance. You can do that with that thing. That's the only one that would be recommended. And without gloves. No gloves. Gloves is a no-no. Gloves is a no-no for bare knuckle boxing training. This is me only speaking as an expert pundit, yeah? Right. The other thing I would say is look upon this fight tactically. This thing about 4 2-minute rounds, throw that out the window. Throw the boxing bag, you know, the thing that's hanging up. Forget about that. Forget about boxing gloves. Forget about them, yeah? Forget about pads. The only thing you would be allowed to do pads if you wanted to, you do it with bare hands. But even then, you're hitting the pads, and the pads are all going to be soft. But that could be just good for like practicing. But don't go smashing the pads, because it's a waste of time. It's like the pads are softening the effect of on the knuckles. But when you use the knuckles on a person, it's going to be bone meets bone. It's very hard. So you wait until the fight. So basically, if you get your 5 principles boiled down, and you take them on board, when that bell rings, this is my top tip of the day. Top tip of the day, right? See, when that bell rings for round 1, say there's 8 2-minute rounds. In your head, you've got to think, when that bell rings, yeah, I'm going to knock that guy out. I'm going to win. I'm going to win. As soon as that bell rings, you have got to go out there, and you've got to go like it's the end of time or whatever. It's like you've got to get on the fear factor that you must win. That you've got to get out there and you go steaming in, using the 5 key principles: accuracy, speed, timing, movement, and dance, and cardio. You go out and you just do it. It's going to be over in 1 minute, maybe even 30 seconds. You could win this fight. 30 seconds, a minute, 30 seconds maximum. If the other person throws back, you've got to go for it. You've just got to go for it. Forget about round 2, 3, and 4. Forget about that. You've got to get out there, and you're going to win that fight in 1.5 minutes. 1.5 minutes, yeah? That's what's going to happen. If you use the key principles there, you're not going to go out and start dancing about and looking at the guy and all that, looking at each other. Forget about all that stuff. Get out there and get right in there. Bish, bash, wallop. Yeah, use that as a motivator. Bish, bash, wallop. Yeah? Bish, bash, wallop. That's the saying, like. So basically, forget all this stuff about gyms. The only thing you really need to be concentrating on, if you really go back to basics at the minute, is cardio. Cardio. Yeah, cardio. If you're fit cardio wise, that's going to stand you in good stead, because basically all you are going in there for is going to be that if some people can have a punch up, they can have a punch up, right? Whether they're fit, unfit, or whatever. Right, and that's what I'm saying to you about this thing. Could last like 30 seconds, and it could last at the top whack 1.5 minutes. I mean, I even think that's long, 1.5 minutes. Yeah, if somebody can't take somebody out within about a minute, there must be something wrong there. If you can't stick one on somebody within a minute on their chin, like, there you go. If you can take a punch that is a bonus, because if somebody gets one on you and you just absorb it and whack them, like, you're going to win. You're going to win. So don't get carried away with this thing about 4 2-minute rounds and all that stuff. The tip from me is use the 5 key principles: accuracy, speed, timing, movement and dance, and cardio. Get the cardio up. When that bell rings, get out there and think it's the end of the world. You must win it. Think a bit like this. It's life or death. Think, I've got to win this. It's the most important thing on earth, my existence. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to win this thing, and I'm going to do it in about 30 seconds. I'm going to just go out and do it. It's going to be there quick. Get that into your head. Forget all this thing about tactics and all that stuff. As soon as that bell rings, bump. Accuracy, speed, fast, timing, bosh, and it'll be over. It'll be over just like that. Yeah? There you go, right? So none of this thing about they're all looking at each other and dancing about and all that. Right, no. Get right in there and get steamed in. Steamed in. That's another key word as well. Steamed in. Steamed in. There you go. It goes steamed in, that one. So basically, that is my tips. I've got a guest coming on tonight. I won't mention the guest's name. Well, we'll get a bit more information on things. But remember, take this with a pinch of salt, what I'm telling you. But I'm just telling you as a self-proclaimed expert pundit. I'm just self-proclaimed expert pundit. I do not espouse to know everything about bare knuckle boxing and that. This is just my take on things. People will agree or disagree, but I definitely think the thing about the boxing gloves, bags and pads is a waste of time. Yeah, it's a waste of time. You're not going to be hitting the bags or pads when you are face to face with somebody with bare knuckles. You just won't do it. You won't be scudding into things like that. It's an impossibility. It's an impossibility. If you want to break your hand in two or break your own knuckles, yeah, by all means do that, and you defeat yourself. Yeah, you beat yourself. You might have to stop the fight. Oh, I broke my knuckles. Oh, my wrist. Yeah, it don't work like that. The body, the mind and body is tuned. You will know how hard to punch and all that. I mean, look at all these things online. Look at the bare knuckle boxing things. You know, the proper bare knuckle boxers. You don't see them swinging like that. No way, Jose, man. They're looking, when they're doing it, they're fast and all that, but they're looking for they use the key principles: accuracy, stick one on somebody, speed, fast, timing, movement, cardio. Yeah. And it's all over. There you go, all over. So basically, that's where we're coming. Yeah, the reason why I jumped on to do this spontaneous live as well today, I've got a few more people on. My music session, you know, recording our artists at the studio, they got cancelled. She sent me a message. She tested positive for COVID. She's not feeling well as well. So she done a test. She's under the weather with it. So we have to rearrange another day for the recording, to do the track. It's a bit disappointing, but this is life. What can we do? We have to go with what we've got. We have to go what we've got. Yeah. There you go. With what we've got, sort of thing. Like, yeah, this thing here. I will comment on this fella here called London All Day. I've had street fights that lasted longer than 4 minutes. LOL. Not everyone goes over with one punch. No, not everyone goes over with one punch. But I would say from that 4 minutes that, how can I put it? You might have been chasing a guy around a car or something like that. If If a guy's standing there toe to toe with you, mate, if any of you have got a half decent punch or whatever, it's not going to last 4 minutes. So I assume you were chasing the guy around a parked car or something to that effect. London all day was going, here, this punch shop's going on all day. Like, he keeps running around the car. Oh yeah, I've explained the 4 minutes of London all day. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's a good one, isn't it? Yeah. But my advice to people is to avoid punch shops. I don't. Yeah, the key principles. You know, the key principle. That's a good one from London all day. Not through fences, rolling around on the floor. Yeah, I could believe that, man. Yeah, because not everybody wants to have a balmy day. Some people are in a position where something starts and they don't really want to be involved, but they've got no choice. So some people would rather avoid thingy because you've got the repercussions, ain't you? You've got the old bill, you've got CCT, everything's all thingy these days, and there's all these things going on, and that other thing. That thing is very thingy. We have to think about that as well as, that thing called one punch thingy. It's very dangerous, like punch ups outside and all that, and that. Yeah. It's I don't go in for all that. Fights in streets and pubs and all that. I would advise anybody. This is my personal advice. If you're ever anywhere and somebody sort of tries to wind you up or start something, be the bigger person, yeah, and blank them. Don't get involved in it. Do not take the bait. Avoid it. Yeah, avoid it. Even if you have to sort of stand down and somebody's trying to make themselves look the big man. Oh yeah, and you're looking a bit stupid. Take it on the chin. It's better. Avoid the conflict. It's only that if you're cornered, you're cornered, and somebody's going to come at you, then of course you have to take the necessary action. But if you can avoid something, walk away. Turn the other cheek. That's a good one. Turn the other cheek. That is my mantra. If you're out and about and all that and something happens like that, turn the other cheek. That is a great philosophy. Turn the other cheek. But I'll just go back onto the key principles. Yeah, this is the key principles. Let me just put them up on the screen again. Yeah, I'll go through it briefly and then I'll put the link in after that. And I'll see if anybody wants to come on and have a chat. I'm going to be on to about what? What's that? 3, 4, 15, 48, 4. Probably be on to about 4:30. The key principles. Let me see if I've got the key principles in there. Let me see if I put the key principles in there. Let me put the key principles in again. I'll put them on the board and I'll explain my reasoning behind the key principles. So that this is the key principles from me. Yeah, these are my key principles to bare knuckle boxing. Yeah. Number 1, forget about punch bags. You know these things that hang up? Yeah, you see people punching them with gloves. Forget about them. Don't put on boxing gloves. Do not punch bags with boxing gloves. Do not punch pads, pad things, with boxing gloves. So the bag thing that hangs down, the bags, forget about the bags. Yeah, forget about the bags and forget about the pads and forget about the boxing gloves. Forget about the boxing gloves as well. Right, and the reason why I say that is if you are punching punch bags and pads and all that stuff with boxing gloves, it's protecting your hands, isn't it? It's soft, and the thing you're hitting, it's all cushioned. Cushioned is the word that correct. So you're swinging, you're bashing into this bag thing. Look, bashing it. Look, I'm just doing it slowly, right? And else you're doing the pads. You're somebody's going to hit it, and you're going like that, right? When you get into the bare knuckle boxing ring, take the gloves off. Forget about the bag and the pads, because when you go to punch somebody, you're not going to punch them at the same force as having on them boxing gloves, hitting a bag or pads. The human mind is tuned, so that you know that if you've done the same thing, wallop, you'll break your wrist in two, or else you will do damage to the knuckles. The knuckles. So my training thing, I would say, the only thing to use is one of the ball things, like a ball on a springy thing. You see this thing, it bounces about. No gloves. Just bare knuckle, bare hand. And just use that thing bouncing about. Right, the key principles, I'll go into them. The 5 key principles. Accuracy. This is for bare knuckle boxing. So if I'm doing orthodox, a southpaw, say your southpaw jab. You see that? So I'll do this slowly, look. Like, you notice that my left hand goes forward, the jab. Look where my right hand is. It's up there, covering like my face more or less. Look, I'll bring it back. I'll change it. Orthodox. Southpaw. Look, southpaw. Orthodox. Like, so I'm doing this slowly. Look, I'm just showing you. What you're doing is you're keeping your elbows straight as well. Look, you're keeping your hands up straight. When you're doing this as well, it's different from boxing. You're not going to have your boxing gloves. You'd normally have your hands there. The gloves would be puffed up a bit, up high. But with this bare knuckle boxing, you want to be right up there. Sort of right up there. You want to be like that. You want to get your neck down a bit when you're doing it. Keep your hands high, bare knuckle. It's a funny pose, like, but if you get used to it with training, like, So you got that. That's your accuracy. Just get your accuracy. Speed. I'll just do this quickly because I'm not going to do it too much. If you get going, get out there and get right in there. Get out there. Go 90 miles an hour. See the minute the bell rings, go out there like a tornado. Right. So that's your accuracy, speed. Go out there. Go 90. Go out there like it's the end of the world. Or it's life or death, Timing. If a guy moves in that, you time it. Bosh. Like, moves his head, or you time your punches, Get that. That's the timing. Movement and dance. What I mean by that is when you're throwing your jabs or whatever, it can turn into not like a jab, like a hook. So there's the left jab, look, like that. The next one could be like a hook, but it's not like a hook, like a boxing hook. It's just like a curving jab, like that. See, like a curving jab, right? You've got to come up under the chin with that one. Bosh. So you got that. That is your movement and dance. So as I say, the movement, your head's going from side to side, and the dance means you're on your toes. You're up and down. You're not dancing around the ring and all that, right? And the most important principle of all is cardio. Cardio. I think a lot of these, I wouldn't, this is only my opinion, like I see, but especially YouTubers and all that, like, they're not fit. They're not fit, what I would call fighting fit. Do you know what I mean? Like, what I mean by fighting fit is people that go to the gym regularly, like, and they're fit. They can run miles and miles, like marathons and all that. That's what you call fit. People that are fit, they're not fit. Like, so they've got to get whatever time they've got to go left. They've got to be running about, like, getting fit, running. Just running, like, I would say. cardio. So that is the sort of the principles, the key principles. Now, getting to the actual fight tactics, yeah, this is what I would say to anybody. Right, forget about 4 2-minute rounds and all that stuff. See, when that bell rings, the bell rings for round number 1, you've got to go out there and apply that. If you employ them 5 principles: accuracy, speed, timing, movement forward / stance, and cardio. In other words, you go out there, when that bell rings, you go out like, and you get steamed right in, yeah. And what you're thinking is when that bell rings, you're going to be thinking it's life or death. It's like, you know, this is everything that's it's going on in your sort of life or whatever. You're thinking, think back to the gladiators or something like that. You know, back in the arenas, you know, the gladiators, you know, when they used to fight each other. You've got to have that mindset. Just when that first bell rings, get out there, and it's not going to last any longer. Top whack at 1 minute 30 seconds. I think the possibilities are, if you run out there and get steamed right in, you could be victorious within 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Yeah, don't go out with this. Don't think this thing's like a boxing match where you're going to go, I'll go out and throw a few jabs and I'll dance a bit for round 1. Not round 2, I'll do it. This isn't a boxing match. This is a punch up. Bare knuckles. Yeah, bare knuckles. So you're not going to be hanging about and all that. Get out there and get stuck in. Stuck in. That is, I mean, as I say, I'm only self-proclaimed pundit. I don't profess to be an expert. I'm not a trainer or nothing. I haven't got any the thingy. It's just what I pick up, my observations. People will disagree with me. Many will disagree with me, but many will agree with me also. I've got somebody very important come on tonight. I might run my principles past them tonight on the daily live tonight. But the reason why I'm doing this this spontaneous live is because my music session at the studio, we had to cancel it because my wee Scottish singer who was going to sing the track, yeah, we were looking forward to it as well. She tested positive for COVID. She's not feeling well. She tested positive for COVID and she couldn't turn up. So the 1 o'clock session got cancelled. But hopefully we will, rearrange that. We will rearrange that, definitely, sort of thing like. But yeah, so I thought I'll just do my thing. I'm going to probably be on till about half 4. I'm going to stick the thing and see. Let's see if anybody agrees with anything or whatever in the chat about the. Oh yeah, thanks Diane. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, hopefully she'll get better soon. Yeah, hopefully she'll get better. Where are we? I'll stick the thing in and see if somebody wants to jump on and give me their take on the bare knuckle boxing. I'll stick a link in, innit? Always let somebody jump on, like. Yeah, somebody jump on. This is just an afternoon. People will be watching football and all that at the minute, I think. Won't they? They'll be watching football. Whoever's playing, I do not know. So let's talk to somebody. If anybody wants to jump on there, I've said my piece. I've said my piece, and I've said my piece. Like, anybody's welcome to jump on. I've gave the 5 principles. You know the 5 principles? I stick the principles in again. The principles are always worth putting on the board. Yeah. You know them 5 principles? Yeah, as I must say the 5 principles come from me as a self-proclaimed expert pundit. Yeah, just self-proclaimed expert pundit, nothing more, nothing less. Yeah. These fight things, Don't get carried away with people with punch bags and all that. Don't get carried away with punch bags and all that sort of stuff, and boxing gloves and pads and all that. Get in there, come out, use the 5 principles: accuracy, speed, timing, movement and dance cardio. Get in there, come out when the bell rings, and you'll knock the fella out within 30 seconds to a minute and a half top whack. Lights out Vienna. I don't buy all this stuff about, oh, I'm getting trained by experts, expert teams and all that. It don't apply to bare knuckle boxing. Believe you me, this is a basic sport going back to the hundreds of years. Yeah, it's just 2 guys with bare knuckles. Yeah, and that's what it is, bare knuckle boxing. Yeah, fair play, man, they used to have and all that. So this isn't some sort of things where people with gloves and pads and stuff. You will not be punching your opponent like you punch pads or a boxing bag. You'd break your hand in 2, or you'd break your knuckles. You just wouldn't do it. It's not going to happen in a bare knuckle boxing ring. Yeah, your mind would tell you, I can't throw a punch like that, or I'll break my hand in 2. So why are they doing the training for like that? I don't understand that. I just don't get it. I do not get it. I do not get why they are using these boxing gloves on punch bags and pads and all that, and going, yeah, but yeah, they ain't going to do that in the bare knuckle fight. They're not going to do it. It's an impossibility. Oh yeah, it's a possibility if somebody's daft like wants to break his hand in 2, his wrist or his knuckles. You just be using accurate jabs and all that, sort of a hook type thing. It's not even a full hook most of the time. If you get it on the chin with enough force to do the business, they'll do it. They might cop a bit of shock on their knuckles and that, but they won't obliterate their own hand. Yeah, because a lot of these fellas doing bare knuckle, they cop injuries themselves, even the winner. You know, the knuckles and all that, the hand, the wrist. Yeah. So they want to just get a grip of themselves. The tip I would give to most of these fellas, especially the YouTubers, is get yourself running for miles and miles. You've got to get your cardios up. You've got to be fit. Yeah, fit. I mean, I would class. I think I'm probably about, how can I put it? You know, them YouTubers, like, they're all young guys as well, but I'm probably like 10 times fitter than them all put together, because I do a bit of fitness training and that. I don't do all that stuff with bags and punching and all that. I just do training. I've been doing it for donkey's years. Hence, when you look at me, you see what I look like. Yeah. Say no more. Yeah, I just do it every single day. I do training, like, I've got a regime. Yeah, you know, when I'm up in the morning before I go out, I do the same thing, like, I've been doing it for donkey's years. Yeah. Keeps you in good stead, it does. But, yeah, the thing about that, I don't want to keep banging on, but as I say, like, most of them, just get yourself out running, run around the blooming park about 50 times or something. You've got to start running or go for long runs, get the heart rate up. When that bell rings for round 1, think of yourself like a gladiator. You're stuck in the arena, you've got to fight your opponent, and it's life or death. You know, that was the gladiators. Think like that. Go out there, when that bell rings, run out, get steamed right in, fast. Yeah, I mean, you've got the 5 principles there, but you can even chuck them out the window. Just get out there, steaming in, and it could be over 30 seconds or a minute and a half. Forget about thinking about round 2, 3, 4. This isn't boxing. It's not like boxing with gloves, 3-minute, 10 3-minute rounds or whatever. This is the basic, back to the old bare knuckle boxing. Bare knuckle. Yeah. Do you get what I mean? Like throw your combinations and all that. You just get right. Basically, you just get out there when that bell rings and you get steamed right in. You don't go out windmilling. You know this concept of windmill? You see these people, you do that, you're going to get one right on the kisser, aren't you? Whoosh. You know that, like that. Like that. You go out, you just go out fast like that. Even if you're smacking into his hands, like, keep going, you go speed, then move about, up, down, what have you. That's what you do, like, keep it accurate. Keep it accurate, like. Yeah, that's it, keep it accurate, like. Nah, it's not past the watershed, fella. I can't do that to the ladies. They'll get too excited. No. It's not that kind of life. It's not that kind of life. But fair, thank you for that. Yeah. Lambert Street, Mill Road Street, the Barras, big fan. Yeah, I'll tell you the streets I just remember because I've not been a donkey's years, but I'll just rattle off a few streets. Yeah, I used to live in Ross Street at one time. I lived in London Road, just across from, you remember like Glickman's, the sweetie shop? I think that was on London Road, wasn't it? Yeah, I was across the road for it, just near the corner of Green Dyke Street, I think it was called. And I was between Charlotte Street and Green Dyke Street, or Greenhead Street, whatever it was called, the road that went round down the Glasgow Green. But I was on the London Road at one time, right there, across the road. I could see Jack's bar and Lynch's bar across the road as well. So I was in London Road, lived in Ross Street. I lived in a little thing just off Clifforn Street, right next to London Road, behind the rag store, they called it. It was called Allison Lane. It was a little lane. Yeah, wee lane. I lived Allison Lane. So the streets I'll tell you, I know, like Ross Street, Stevenson Street, Welsh Street, Clifforn Street, Bain Street, I think there was. Then you head round at the park, you had like Monteith Row, you know, this row facing the Glasgow Green, you know, where the People's Palace is and all that. So the streets, they were all the little streets sort of thing, like, yeah, and going up to Glasgow Cross and everything. Yeah, so I know these streets, like, that was this. I mean, we never went past Abercrombie Street, you know, going down to Brigton, Abercrombie Street was all sort of a border, you know, for the Calton, I think, going that way. But I used to go to the school, like, it's shut down now. Somebody said, I think, it changed the name of it to St Mungo's. I went to the secondary school. It started off, when I went to it, they changed it. It was in a place called Purn Street behind Brigton, you know, Brigton Cross somewhere. And he moved it up into this thing called Bowden Street, like right next to Barrafield. Yeah, that was bandit country for me. Like, yeah, that was bandit country. When I came into school and all that, I had to come out the back door and do manoeuvres because I used to get people waiting for me outside the school. Yeah. Because we used to, in the school and that, we were running things, weren't we? You know, the Calton Tongs and all that. There you go. They were, yeah, funny days, like. But that was it. So basically, yeah, I know Calton well. Yeah, I've had people jump on here who know me, you know of me from way back in the day. Yeah, way back in the day, they know of me. The Calton, great place it is. The people are brilliant. Like, the people in the Calton, I would say, in Glasgow are like, you know, the equivalent in London of the Cockneys, EastEnders. Well, Calton in Glasgow, the Barras, that's the East End of Glasgow. And it's like the salt of the earth, great people. Yeah, they'll help each other out and all that. Yeah, I don't know about these days. It's probably getting a bit yuppied, isn't it? You know, yuppified. But it was, yeah, back in the days, it was, yeah, I mean, everybody was poor back in the days, like, it wasn't like it was there. Let's see, any special, mine off Pun Street, well, went to the school, big wall around it, I was born. Well, I went to that school, it went, they changed that Pun Street. I don't know if it used to be called something like Sacred Heart or something, but I always remember, you know, the one at Pun Street. But when I went to the one, when they moved from Pun Street or whatever to Bowden Street, because I went to the Bowden Street one, like, it was called St Mary's, I think. I mean, it's gone, I think it's gone now, like, but if I would have went a bit earlier, I would probably have went to Pun Street. But we used to go down there when they used to take us to, you know, like, for masses and all that, things like that. I think I got my confirmation in that one, you know, the one at Pun Street, which might have been called Sacred Heart or something. They used to take us out, didn't they, down to the old chapel. Yeah, the chapel. Yeah, back in the days, that was, yeah, afternoon to Yorkshire's finest. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's good. I've got a special guest come on tonight. I won't mention his name. If he's not busy and all that, he will jump on and give us an update and all that, few things or whatever. Yeah, we'll keep his name secret, so you'll enjoy the surprise. And if he don't turn up, then you won't be disappointed because you don't know who it would have been. That's the way I do that there. That's the way I do it there. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, there's old PP there. Yeah, PP was going on about, oh, was I rude last night and all that? I haven't got a clue what he was talking about. PP, man, I think you might have, maybe you had a few too many beers and you think you're imagining things. He's imagining things, isn't he? Yeah, nothing. Here we go. Sacred Heart Chapel, Dunmount Road, Sparrow. Love your podcast. Yeah, Sacred Heart Chapel. Yeah, I mean, the chapel, the one I went to, my primary school, was St Alphonsus Calton. Or they call it St Alphonsus, the way we say it. St Alphonsus Calton. Yeah. Went there. I was all over the place in Glasgow. When I was younger, I went to school in Oatlands. You know, like when I used to take Jimmy Boyle's dog for a walk. Yeah, that was then. I went to the school there, was porter cabins, you know, like just temporary buildings, and it was called St Bonaventure's. Yeah, I went to St Bonaventure's. Yeah. I mean, we were all moving about Glasgow right, left and centre. Back in the 80s, he called it flitting. You know, when you didn't pay your rent to the landlord and you used to do a bunk. Yeah, before the next week's rent, everything's chucked on something and you're moved into another gaff. So before Calton was my long-term place, Calton as a teenager and all that. But I went to school at one time in, Partick Way, when we lived just round the corner from the art galleries, you know, Kelvin Grove, Kelvin Hall as well. A thing called Over Newton Square. I was there for a little while and I went to a school in Partick called St Peter's. Yeah, and I wasn't there for a long time, St Peter's. Then I went to St Bonaventure's in the Oatlands, and then St Alphonsus in, Calton. I did go to the primary just for a little while, you know, when I went down, we moved down Brigton for a couple of months, I think it was, and then back, like, and I got bunged in Sacred Heart Primary School, you know, like the primary school, Sacred Heart. First day in there, the bell rings, you know, in the playground, the bell rings, and a little wee gang of guys come round. This is like, you know, the primary school. Oh, he's the best fighter in the school, this guy, like, they're all with this guy, he's the best fighter in the school. I've had to get steamed into this fella. Yeah. But then when I went to all the schools I went to, I was the best fighter in the class. I was the best fighter in the year. And every year I went up a year, I was best fighter in the year. Eventually, when I went to St Mary's, Bowden Street, I was the best fighter in the whole school. That's why I had to get escorted out, you know, like with the teachers and all that, because people were all waiting outside for me, all the big brothers from Barrafield and all that. Yeah, they're all waiting to sort me out, because I was like Jack the Lad, wasn't I? Yeah. Yeah. And before anybody says anything about the bare knuckle, I'm not a bare knuckle fighter. I was never ever a puncher. I do not punch. All I used to do was, back in the days before it was invented probably, I used to do the rear naked chokehold. Once I get my arm around their neck, see, once I get that around somebody's neck, that's it. Could be a 20, 25 stone guy, even now, like, once I get the arm around the neck, yeah, that grip, it knocks them out. That's what I used to do. I used to just do that all the time. Anybody, they try and punch me and all that, I just get in. Once I get my arm round, somehow get my arm round their neck, it's good night Vienna. Anybody that knows me knows that. It was my speciality. There you go. Good night Vienna. Yeah, it's true, that is. It's true. I think they call it in martial arts the naked near chokehold. I didn't know what it was called back in the days. I just done a natural thing I'd done. I don't know whether I've got a funny arm or something, you know, like strength wise or whatever, you know, and it's very, very thin type arm. So once I get it under somebody's chin and all that, they kind of get it and bite it and things like that. Somebody did say the other night, oh, I could bite your arm. Now, once this thing goes under their chin and all that, and it's tight, like, they're just like, oh, good night, Vienna. Yeah, good night, Vienna. Isn't it? Yeah. I haven't employed it for a long, long time. Yeah, I never use it. I'm not a man of combat or whatever. I mean, I'd rather walk away from something. That's my advice to anybody out there. I'm not talking about in bare knuckle boxing rings or things like that. In general life, do not get involved in any sort of fights or violence. Use the good thing of turn the other cheek. You know, the other cheek. Somebody winds you up and all that, whether you're out somewhere in a pub or whatever it is or something. I'm speaking mainly to younger type people. Don't get involved. Don't take the bait. Don't argue. Just walk away. Walk away, man. Yeah, it takes the bigger man to walk away. Yeah, walk away and you won't have no aggro. That's the best thing. The only time you react is if you're cornered and trapped. Yeah, you've got no alternative. But any other time, don't bother with things. It's not worth it. It is not worth it. Oh yeah, my studio session, yeah. Yeah, my little singer, she sent me the message this morning. That's why I've done a spontaneous live. She wasn't feeling well and she's done a COVID test and she's actually got the COVID thing. So she couldn't turn up, had to cancel it. I'm blooming choked with that, man. But I can't say nothing. I mean, we're just going to have to rearrange it, innit? You know what I mean? Like, I mean, if she had the COVID thing and all that and she was okay, like, but she's no well as well. Like, she's not feeling too good. So she wouldn't have been able to, how can I put it? If she came down to sing and all that, she wouldn't have been much cop. So we will rearrange that. That's why I'm doing a spontaneous live. I've got 10 more minutes and then I'll be going. So I'll stick a link in for 10 minutes if anybody wants to come on. I went through the thing about the bare knuckle principles, but I won't go over the bare knuckle principles again. I'll just see if anybody wants to jump on for 5 minutes and then I'm going to go and do some stuff. I will be on tonight again at, what do you call it? Yeah, I was, Monk. Yeah, definitely, man. Yeah, I was all G'd up for it and everything because we've been waiting weeks for her. So now it's just a matter of when she gets better. I'll message her when I finish this live and say to her, when you're okay, when you recover, get back to me and we'll get the date penciled in. Got to get it sorted in, like, yeah, got to definitely get it sorted out, like. Yes, PP. Oh, thank you, PP. No problemo, no problemo. I wonder what he's having for his dinner today. Probably something nice, I think. Yeah, something nice. Bit of roast beef. Yeah, do you think PP goes for roast beef, Yorkshire puddings? Could be roast beef and Yorkshire puddings. Yeah. Oh, blimey, now everybody's asking me. I think I have to do a message on my community page. Yeah, she's got COVID, my little Scottish wee singer. She sent me a message this morning early because we were penciled in for 1 o'clock. She said, I'm not feeling well. I've done a test and I've got COVID. So it's not that just that she's got COVID, she's actually under the weather weight as well. Yeah, she's under the weather. So I'm disappointed with that. But we says there, we will rearrange. As soon as she's better, I'm going to have to talk to the nephew and try and get her in quicker. Like, you know, when she recovers, we might even have to do it midweek, like one night midweek or something. Get her in there. Get it done. Yeah, we will get her in there and get it done. He's having roast lamb. Oh yeah, he's having roast lamb. That's nice, isn't it? Bit of the old what do you call that stuff? Mint sauce with the roast lamb, Yorkshire puddings. Ooh, that sounds terrific, doesn't it? The old Yorkshire puddings. Ooh, get your gravy on you Yorkshires. Yeah, get your gravy on them. Oh, sorry to, yeah. Thanks very much, David. Yeah, I was looking forward to it. But it's one of these things, isn't it? We don't know what's around the corner and all that sort of thing, like, you know. So we just have to go with people. That's the thing, like, with me, like, things happen and that, and you just, you can't really, you know, when things just crop up, you've just got to go with what happens, innit? I mean, I'm not unduly, I'm disappointed that we've not got the thing up and running, but I've got to think it is, she's, you know, she's got that, she's not feeling well, she's got the COVID and all that, and you just think, well, it's one of these things, isn't it? I mean, the nephew, he's as good as gold about it. He says, yeah, we'll rearrange it. We don't sort of make a big deal about that sort of thing. Like, we just go with, like, what's best for her sort of thing, innit? Yeah, there's more important things in the world, innit? We all have to be just, everybody needs to just be a bit calmer. Yeah, be calm, be nice. Yeah, be nice. Especially on YouTube, it'd be nice to be nice on YouTube. That's the sort of thing, innit? Yeah, big hugs from Diane Hunter. Oh, thank you, darling. Big hugs to you, darling. Hope she's having a great day, my dancing queen co-host, Diane Hunter. She'll be having a good day, she will be. Might even be cooking something nice as well. Yeah, any spare change? Take care, Sparrow. God bless. Catch up later, mate. I'm on at 7 o'clock anyway. The early show, 7 to 10 on the early show. Yeah, 7 to 10. Yeah. So I'm glad a lot of people are asking me about that recording a day. So it just shows me that people are interested in it. So eventually, when it gets done, like, I should get a lot of people interested in hearing that. So, all right, just before I go, like, I'm just going to play the thing. Oh yeah, thanks, Dan. I'll just play my original song, and then then I'll just end this live. The sun is shining down on me with Mary O'Donnell on my channel. Yeah, this video is on the channel. It's not a video, it's just a picture of her singing it. This was the first song I wrote. I wrote it, Mary O'Donnell sings it, and the nephew done the music. But have a listen to this, and then I'll end the chat, the thingamajig. Let me just get this up. Let's see. This is it. Here we go. Mary O'Donnell, the sun is shining down on me. I wrote the lyrics and the nephew done the music. Here we go.
The sun is shining down on me. 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 The wheels of my wagon have fallen off. The road ahead is mighty tough. What you gonna do to help me? Are you gonna make things better? Just wait and see. You gotta wake up, never mind the break up. Need a little shake up, make up right now. Oh, wake up, break up, shake up, make up right now. Oh, wake up, break up, shake up, make up right now. The sun is shining down on me. 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 The wheels on my wagon are rolling along to the beat of the song. What you gonna do to help me? Are you gonna make things better? Just wait and see. I'm pure and delicious, never malicious. Don't do misery. I'm alone, you're the key. Open my heart, start loving me. The sun is shining down on 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 me. We gotta wake up, never mind the break up. Need a little shake up, make up right now. Wake up, break up, shake up, make up right now. Wake up, break up, shake up, make up right now. The sun is shining down on me. 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 The sun is shining down on me.
Yeah, my people. Yeah, so that was the first song we done. Mary O'Donnell, The Sun is Shining Down on Me. It's on my channel, like, it's the very first video I'd done. I'd done the lyrics and the nephew done the music. So we've got another 2 songs which are held up at the minute, but they will be getting done. Don't worry about that. And they'll be coming out soon. I'm going to sign off now. Thank you very much for listening to that spontaneous live. As I say, I gave out the 5 key principles for the bare knuckle boxing. Got a special guest maybe jumping on tonight. I don't want to say in case he's busy later on or whatever, but yeah, it'll be very good to hear from the special guest. It will be, definitely. So I'm going to sign off now, and I'll catch you at 7 o'clock. I'll say good afternoon to my fantastic co-hostess with the mostest, aka the dancing queen herself, Diane Hunter. Afternoon, darling. Mwah, kisses to Diane Hunter. Yeah, Peggy must be busy doing something. She's probably having a rest. Yeah, we'll catch Peggy later. And kisses to everybody in the chat. Oh, duck. Fellas can duck for that. That was meant for the ladies only. Yeah. Yeah, my people. All right, I'll catch you at 7 o'clock tonight, my people. Yeah. Yeah, have a great afternoon, my people.